What's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. Today is the 29th of August, 2017. And we already have 75 people in the chat. It amazes me to this very day how many people literally are digging what I'm doing. How's that? I don't know how else to say it. But it's absolutely astounding. I just put this live stream up like 20 minutes ago. We've already got 100 people in the chat, and that will probably blossom exponentially. You know what I'm saying, Mountain Recluse? Sandy Carpenter, Mimi Praise is moderating Dragon Slayer 6, says Texas. 6 million, how many have guns? Indeed. That's going to be a big topic today. So, Ian Empey, what's up? There's one guy here, I don't want him to think I'm a dick, but the truth is out there said, I've been making videos calling you out. Well, let me tell you, I've been doing this a long time, and everybody makes videos about me. I don't watch them. I don't care about them. It is what it is. I'm doing my own thing. I'd have to say over the past 2 years, my channel's helped more people than any other channel that I know of. That I know of. You see what I'm saying? So there's that. I do what I do. If you don't like it, unsubscribe, thumbs down, whatever. I don't care. Truth is out there said that he or she had an epitome or something to that effect during the eclipse and sent me emails. Well, I'll tell you, I say this every single solitary video and pretty much every live stream. I get thousands of comments on every video, as you can see, and I get thousands of emails, and I am woefully behind because I spend all my time either researching, making videos, or getting prepared to do live streams. It literally takes up absolutely almost all of my time, and I still try to have a life. So I do the best that I can. If you really need to get a hold of me, you really can. Making a video with my name in the title, that is not the way to do it. So there's that. At any rate, Frank Bucicchio, I don't know how to say that, dude, my bad. Wendy Blank, Susie McCormick, James Moreland, Chief Like a Bull, Earth Circus, Fred D.Y., Mimi Praise, again, Earth Sapper, 𝗥𝗲𝗺𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏, Randy Kelly, R. Jenkins, Charlotte Knight, Mountain Recluse again. All right, let's go the other way. We have 600 people in here in a minute. That is crazy. Crazy. A. McKinsey, what's up? JC, I'm not hiring a secretary. A call for an uplifting. Good one, man. Jonathan Chevalier, MG Toe Warrior, what's up? Scattered View. Indeed, I agree. Jillian Blood, Roxanne, ask me, will you? Sup? Dean Jones, Patricia White, Tommy Boy, Mr. Tommy Boy 9, Anita Evangel, I think I said that right. Ryan Perone, what's up, homie? Taylor Bates, Illuminati, cannot hear you. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that's not accurate. Don Paulette, JJ, Jenny Bean 79, Rambo Bell. So there's that. That's a lot of people. If I didn't say your name, it is what it is. So there's that. All right. This, let me see if I can screen share this right quickly. All right, here's a video that you should probably check out if you haven't had a chance to as of yet. This is one of my subscribers, and she started her own channel, and she does really, really good videos, better than mine. It's called Truth Happens. She's only got 111 subscribers, but she just put up this 53-minute long video this morning, and I've already been checking it out a little bit, as much as I can, and it's pretty on point. It explains a lot about the pineal gland. It explains about why in front of every place of power, Vatican, White House, libraries, Congress, so forth, so on, and blah, 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 why you'll see an enormous pine cone sitting out in front of the building. These people have been hiding symbolism and encoding stuff around us our entire lives. So much so that people don't even understand why they're on this planet. People would much rather believe in little green men coming from outer space than they would in God creating us in his own image. God created us in his own image. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm saying. I pray to God earnestly all the time. And God has been answering my prayers recently within a 24-hour period. Sometimes when you pray, it's like sending an email to a YouTube channel. There's a lot of emails. There's a lot of prayers. God's got a secretary, without a doubt. And sometimes when you pray, your prayers don't get answered as far as you think quick enough. But sometimes they get answered so you just can't help but notice it. And I ask for that. And that's exactly what does happen. Now, speaking of that, I'm going to show you this dude right here. Here he is. Joel Osteen Ministries. A couple of YouTubers, subscribers sent me info and saying, you got to call this guy out. Now, this guy is, I believe he was involved with that big thing that we did last year in front of the Washington Monument, the Together 2016, where they tried to get everybody together, the Pope, so forth and so on. They shut it down early. I personally got them to shut down their chat, so forth and so on. This guy is a man of God for money. You know what I mean? For money. And I'm talking big money. And yet, Texas is underwater right now, and this dude hasn't even opened the doors to provide shelter for any of his people whatsoever at all. There it is. You want to know if this guy's legit? There it is. There it is. If there was a flood near me, if I was near the flood, I would go help those people. And you know how you know that's more than just words? Because last year there was an enormous flood in West Virginia. Myself and a couple of other YouTube channels jumped in our vehicles, packed them up, went down there and worked our asses off for 24 hours straight while FEMA stood around and watched us. I didn't know any of those people. I made a few videos about it and nobody watched them because nobody cares. If it doesn't say Illuminati, if it doesn't say Mark of the Beast, if it doesn't say the elites, people don't care. That's how other channels get their channels to blow up to 2, 3, 4, 500,000 subscribers, because they're always talking about pop stars and Madonna and the Mark of the Beast and the Illuminati and this and that and the other thing. When I say Illuminati in a video, when I say the Mark of the Beast, it's because it plays. The things I talk about, most people don't really care about. And for instance, one of them would be the floods in Texas. Why is Texas getting their asses handed to them again? Because they've been trying to use weather as a weapon for a long time. And here's the documentation right here from the United States military. This is old. This is old. I read this document when I first woke up. The military, the elites, the scumbags running everything, they want to control the weather. And I'm going to have to say they do. Texas, think about it. Texas is huge. Texas is armed. Everything's big in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Texas, Texas, Texas. Texas has the balls. Texas has the juice. Texas has the oil to tell the United States, F you, we're out of here. We're going to secede. You know what I'm saying? And then oddly enough, next thing you know, things like Jade Helm pop up, and then Texas is in the red. Texas is now a, you know, a combatant state. And then wackily enough, they get hit with a storm that doesn't go away. Hurricanes don't show up like, you know, like one of your exes or like one of your in-laws and just stay for 5, 6 days when they're only supposed to be there for a day. It doesn't work like that. These guys are stalling this storm. From what I can see, they're stalling this storm over Texas to completely demoralize and overtake Texas. Because what do we got now? The National Guard is in full effect. And what's FEMA doing? FEMA's setting up full-time in Texas. That's how they do it. That's what it is. That's why I'm constantly always quacking about chemtrails. How many channels do you follow that at least dedicate 2, 3 videos a week about chemtrails? Honestly, because that should be the bar right there. Once they have the weather completely wrapped up around us, we are helpless. Absolutely helpless. And it appears they're doing it. People don't care about chemtrails. People laugh about chemtrails. Chemtrails aren't going to get you thumbs up. Chemtrails aren't going to get you wealthy. Chemtrails aren't going to get you views. But it's what I started my channel on. It's one of the first things that woke me up, and I'm not going to stop shutting up about them until they finally hit me with a 5G Wi-Fi and turn me into a doorknob or whatever it is they're going to do. But I'm aware. You see what I'm saying? But I'll tell you what, in my opinion, YouTube is flooded so bad right now with channels that popped up about maybe 2.5 years ago now. They came out of nowhere. They started kicking out videos 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 a day. And now all they're doing is exposing other people. Do you know what I'm saying? If you think that things are going so well that you have time to waste listening to somebody talk shit about somebody else, you're part of the problem. And that's all there is to it, man. That's absolutely all there is to it. People send me videos all the time. Richie, this guy made a video about, I don't care. I do not care. I've seen videos, people talking about how much my pants cost. I've seen people talking about dirt under my fingernails. Do you see what I'm saying? My channel is showing you things that we have to try to wake others up, or at least be aware of ourselves, because these people, without a doubt, 100%, I bet my life on it right this solitary second, they want your souls. They're trying to disconnect us completely from the Creator, God Almighty, and that's their plan. They're completely 100% totally destroying the planet Earth. It is junk. I live next to the Atlantic Ocean. There is no longer crabs, sea anemones, sea urchins. There's no more horseshoe crabs. There's no more seahorses. There's no more crabs. Crabs are the lowest of the low. There's no more crabs. I'm only 49 years old. It used to be like the aquarium across the street, and now it's all dead. And it smells like dog shit. You know what that is? It's not some special red allergy. It's death. It's death. They've killed everything, and I was right. I don't like saying that because I listen to channels that can't stop telling you how smart they are, how logical they are, how right they are. It's so pathetic. It's so pathetic. We all have a clue, and that's it. Nobody knows anything for a fact whatsoever at all, unless you've sat down for 3, 4, 5, 6 years in the Vatican Library and read all the real information, because we're all getting our information off a platform that the people that we're fighting against own. How ridiculous is that? That's like buying weapons from China to go to war with China. Do you think they're going to give you good weapons? Exactly. At any rate, I digress. So tomorrow I've got Dan Wigington coming on. Now, I was listening to Dane, I've gone to Geoengineering Watch. I've listened to Dane Wigington since the day I woke up. What in the world are they spraying? Why in the world are they spraying? This guy really put himself out there, and he really tried. He went right to the halls of Congress. He went right to the Senate. They shut him down completely. I told you the other day that the eclipse, I mean, everybody's got a theory. Everybody's got an idea. Everybody got what they think they know about the eclipse. I'll tell you what, it wasn't the moon passing in front of the sun. That's all I know. But I will tell you one thing. The main thing that I noticed is that everybody, the best pictures you're getting from all across the country of the eclipse all showed chemtrails, because the chemtrail planes showed up big time during the eclipse. So everybody's looking up, and everybody was watching them, and thereby you were quietly allowing them the ability to chemtrail. They were basically saying, let's see if the people freak out because we're spraying the sky while everyone is looking up for once. For once, they're not looking at their phones. They're actually looking up at the sun. Let's load it with obvious chemtrails and see what they say. And then the same day as the eclipse in the United States, the United Nations came out and said, yeah, we missed the boat on global warming. It's, there's no turning back now. We can't cut emissions, carbon, blah, 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 blah. We're going to have to start spraying. I think the eclipse was a conjured up thing, or it was a sign from God that most of us missed the point, and they took advantage of it to get our quiet compliance. They sprayed the sky. They're going to continue to spray the sky. I have literally noticed since the 21st, and I've talked to a lot of people in the United States, I've noticed since the 21st, it's like they suddenly turned the temperature down 10 degrees. You guys catching that? Yeah. Yeah. It's on. Whatever they're doing, they've stepped it up exponentially. Are they going to do an alien invasion? Are they going to do a Project Bluebeam? Are they going to do a hologram? I don't know. But I'll tell you what, they are making the earth absolutely unfit for healthy human beings. But what have I been telling you the entire time? They're trying to open the pit. I bet you the things that are condemned to hell that can never, ever be forgiven by God, I bet you healthy air, water, and food doesn't work for them. I bet you a toxic atmosphere would be a whole hell of a lot better, right? What happened to the dark sky event? I don't know what that means. Oh, the drill? I don't know. It's probably going on right now, at any rate. So there's that, all right? See, I'm like a field mouse. I'm in the middle of a diatribe. Somebody says a question and I get completely sidetracked. At any rate, so one of my subscribers said Joel Osteen's a scumbag. I'll tell you what, anybody up there preaching organized religion is a scumbag. Well, Richie, you're preaching organized religion. No, I am not. No, I am not. I know. I don't believe. I know there was a God. If you don't, that probably makes you angry, and that probably makes you want to direct your anger at me. You know what? I'm a big dude. I'll take it. I know for a fact that Jesus Christ walked this earth. I know it. And that's all there is to it. These guys up there telling you that God needs money and that God needs you to do this and God needs you to do that and God needs them to build an enormous, giant, fancy church and all this stuff. It'd be a hell of a lot easier to listen to them if places like this had their doors wide open. And places like this took advantage of all the people that they can reach to actually lay out some of the truth. The biggest truth, the biggest thing that I possibly see right now is the fact that they are spraying the skies with impunity. There are so many what ifs involved in the chemicals that they're spraying in the atmosphere. First of all, everything ends with an IUM, barium, strontium, aluminum, whateverium. You know what I'm saying? None of that is good for a human being. Second of all, we've already seen all the ridiculous amounts of patents that they put out about smart dust, nanotechnology, self-assembling, self-replicating. So are we breathing all this crap in? Are the Morgellon guys the lucky ones because their bodies are kicking it out while ours quietly assimilate them and wait for them to flip the switch on the 5G network that they've already finished putting up all around us, where the frequency actually initiates whatever is already inside of us and we all turn into a bunch of faceless, mindless, soulless zombies? That's why I do this. I'm not trying to make up for my life the way I lived it with good works, but I am compelled to do this. Why the FL? Because you monetized. Okay. For the new kids in the class or for the slow ones that are still using their fingers to count, I've been on YouTube since 2010. I monetized last October after 6 years. October, November, Pizzagate, fake news, crackdown, no more people getting money. I missed the boat entirely. So all you people that want to keep running your mouths about how much I'm making, we're all being censored completely. I have to ask them to review every single solitary one of my videos because an artificially intelligent algorithm, computer, robot, D-Wave, other dimensional being is flagging every single solitary one of my videos. Do you know how much time I spend being Richie from Boston? It's pretty much all day because that's who I am. I am Richie. I am from Boston. I show my face. Everybody knows who I am. Do you understand the cloud I have to walk under because I'm a quote unquote conspiracy theorist? I can't stand outside talking to my new neighbors without pointing out the fact that the aeroplanes are up there. And he's like, oh yeah, my friend was one of those guys. Oh yeah, one of those guys that didn't like the airplane spraying stuff in the sky that completely blocks out the sun, that turns everything white, and that's killing everything on the planet, including all the life in the Atlantic Ocean. The ocean's kind of a big thing. It covers an awful lot of the planet. All the life in it is gone in less than a 50-year period. That is an accelerated time frame that we are now living in. After everything else falls, all those little dominoes, sea urchins, bees, starfish, crabs, seahorses, people are right behind. But sadly, as the clock keeps ticking, they pop up with, hey, look at this. We figured out a pill that everyone can take that will be on the market within 5 to 6 years that keeps everyone alive. Who invented it? NASA. NASA invented it because you certainly can't send astronauts to Mars because there's a 100% chance that they will get cancer. So we discovered a pill that we got from the other dimensional beings through the D-Wave quantum computer that teaches us everything that will allow us to regenerate DNA. Take this pill and you will live forever. Now, does that sound like men will seek death and death will flee from them? Because that's sure what it sounds like to me. But what do I know? I'm a conspiracy theorist. You know what I'm saying? The chemtrailing has picked up exponentially. In my opinion, it's way, way too many. To me, it's clearly the most important thing because it doesn't matter what you do. You can filter your water. You can shop at Whole Foods, Monsanto, through Amazon, bought Whole Foods. So there's no more clean food anywhere at all. You can't filter the air. You can't filter the air because it falls on everything. Hey, listen, if you can't chat without swearing like a, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to block you. How's that? Have a little respect for other people. I'm sitting here rambling off the top of my head, and I swear like a machine gun, yet I haven't said one swear as of yet. If you're consciously typing one in, I'm going to ban you. How's that? All right? You like those apples? Indeed. So, tones. Rourke66 says, tones cure frequency. I'll give you one better. Harmonics. In the beginning, there was the word. Apparently, God's word is so powerful that when we speak, we create words. When God speaks, he creates everything. Yes, frequencies are exactly what CERN is using to open and manage portals or rips in the veil around us. Frequencies are also things that'll make you healthy or incredibly sick. Frequencies are what 5G is. That's exactly how it all comes full circle. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's exactly why they've surrounded us. It was brilliant. It was brilliant, man. I can't believe how many bad rabbit holes I fell down over the years because they kept putting out hints that martial law was coming. They kept feeding us slowly, and we were all distracted. Meanwhile, 5G was going up all around us. And I'm guilty. I didn't notice it, but I'm on it now, and I'm not letting go of it because that is the new world order. They don't have to collapse the dollar. They don't have to start World War III. They don't have to do something that's like a nuke, even though nukes probably don't exist, so forth and so on. They don't have to do that. They've already put out they're releasing the information left and right. It's all over the place, how they can control entire communities, townships, states using frequencies, putting people to sleep, making people forget about God. What do you think the Mandela effect is? Do you see what I'm saying? The only way to protect yourself, and I get so much crap for this, is the full armor of God. Dear God, I come to you through Jesus. I ask you to forgive me for my sins, and I beg you to allow me to wear the full armor in God. Say it every day. And then I also ask, please allow me to reach those lost souls that I can affect in this reality for your glory. And then that's why I am what I am. There's that. And if you met me, you know it's legit. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. So, Hurricane Harvey. Why was I showing you 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏? It's one of my subscribers caught a good one. If you look in 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, you will see what appears to be a storm coming over Texas and oil. I think it's right here. I'm trying to not play this. I think this Hurricane Harvey is in 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. I'm almost positive. I've lived on the ocean my entire life for the most part. I'm familiar with hurricanes, nor'easters, storms, so forth and so on. The ocean kicks them up all the time. None of this is normal. This thing's been sitting there like somebody that, you know, stopped over for a coffee and ends up staying for dinner, and they won't go away. Do you see what I'm saying? So, at any rate, let me jump in the chat real quick. Let me drink a little ice cold fluoride right here. This fluoride is delish. I use every method I can to remove fluoride, and I still have no proof that I've done it at all. How strange is that? Can you see that? I have no idea what that's from, and it's some sort of paint. I was building a roof rack for my truck, and it won't come off. See? Oh, here it is. It's coming off. But it's just very strange because it was like a perfect eyeball. I have no idea how that occurred. Is what it is. All right. So Dane Wigington will be on with me tomorrow. I got to tell you, I was playing catch up. Dane, if you're listening, I'm going to ask you live anyways. Dane is under the impression that what we've been talking about, you know how I showed you all those facilities all over the country that seem to light up at the same time during a storm or an event? Like when the eclipse went across the country from the northwest to the southeast, all along the line of the eclipse, every single factory or water vapor plant lit up at the same time, and we could track it on NextRad radar. Dane is under the impression that none of that is real. So I don't know what to make of it. I really don't know what to make of it. I know a lot of new guys in the chemtrail community, the guys that are trying to take over the chemtrail community or whatever, are under the impression that, you know, Dane is a plant. I'll tell you what, Dane did more to wake people up about chemtrails than any 10 people I know. Do you know what I'm saying? What in the world are they spraying, and why in the world are they spraying were two amazing, amazing videos. And sadly, people still don't see it. You know what I mean? Hold on. OBL Music. The same people that go to Joel Osteen for spiritual guidance also go to General Hospital for, I hear you. How do you remove fluoride? Google it. Go on YouTube. You know what I mean? So there's that. You gotta love this anti-fa thing running around California. Yeah, I don't, believe it or not, you keep putting weather wars. I know who it is. I know the channel. I don't know. I don't subscribe to him anymore. How's that? I don't subscribe to him. It's got a lot of good information, but it's the same information over and over and over and over and over again. You know what I mean? So, not really sure what to say about that. All right, let me screen share real quick because I forgot that I wasn't. And let me show you a thing right quickly. Where was I? Geoengineering, weather is a force. Yeah, it blows me away that this paperwork's been around for a long time and people still don't. Oh, our government wouldn't do that. It's amazing. It is amazing. But I digress. Look at this. 49 inches of rain and counting. Dams under pressure, and the storm just won't go away. Flood of a lifetime. Flood of a lifetime. Health hazards in water. National Guard deployed. It's unbelievable. This is absolutely unbelievable. And what were we just hearing about last year? Texas was going to succeed, right? Texas was going to secede. They got their own gold. They'll start their own money. Texas, if I was going to take over a country and I was worried about a specific area, Texas, Montana, North, South Dakota, those would be my main worries. Maybe Oregon, I'm not exactly sure. And that's exactly why they're doing this. You know what I mean? They're just taking them out. You can't, weather is a weapon. They've declared war on Texas. It's pretty self-evident. They took California to pieces and turned it into a bunch of squeaking little mice. You know what I mean? They took away all the water, and now Texas is just getting absolutely smashed. And isn't it perfect? Because it opens the door for National Guard on the ground absolutely everywhere, and FEMA moving in permanently. Boom. Texas is dismantled. And of course, there'll be something where, well, you got to give your guns up because, you know, it's what we did during Katrina. And it is. Just amazes me. It absolutely amazes me. And it all ties together. It all goes back to this. This is your own government, or what people would conceive as their own government. This is your own government. People that have no loyalty to any one country, any one people. They needed us. They built the United States up. They needed us to build a powerful military. They needed us to help put the technology back together, because 100 years ago, none of this even existed. None of it. We went from horse and buggies for what, 6,000 to 7,000 years to all of a sudden this. Now they're at the point where their technology, their artificial intelligence, and their robotics is to the point where it can build itself. So now they're just having fun. They want to see how fat, how dumb, how distracted. They want to see how much they can pull on America before it finally implodes and eats itself, because America will take itself out. Look around. Look at people. You know what I'm saying? Even in the truth community, you'd think that people would stick together, and they don't. They're petty. Oh, I know more. This guy doesn't know more than I do, so why does he have more sub? It's just pathetic. People let their egos take over. I am an asshole with a laptop that can see stuff, and for some reason, people listen. You know what I mean? The only time you'll ever hear me warning about another channel is when it's really, like, when they've got reach. Alex Jones, don't watch that channel. His job is to be the first place you find when you first finally understand that everything is all effed up. His job is to be there and tell you 80% truth, but the 20% will undo all the 80. You see what I mean? People like him are dangerous, and they're not going anywhere. And if he was legit, he'd be dead. But I digress. All right, let me jump out of here. That was long enough, right? 32 minutes real quick. I got stuff to do. I will be back later on. Let me jump in the chat right quick. 1,500 watching. Not too bad for 20 minutes. Ordo's repeating blaster. Star of 𝗪𝗡𝗪𝗔𝗔𝗧𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗦. I don't know how to say that, man. I tried though. Millie, easy. One world, one order. Michael, Sean, Regis, Elo. I love Lynn F.E. right on. Jesse James, later, brother. Thuggish Bones, ditto. Tesla's Apple, Vonda, Berryman, Pamela, Shelton, Michelle, Betts, Pam, Sydney. Oh, Soul of Light in the Shy. You do realize if you just click on the chat, it stops it in its tracks. Everybody's always complaining it's going too fast. I don't know how to slow that down, man. I'm trying to keep it real. Matthew Griffith, Philip Moda, Mr. Rojo Bin, Aaron Gardner. Everybody should say a prayer for Texas, because this is not a natural thing that's occurring. This is weather warfare. Texas needs to be completely demoralized and completely occupied by the federal government, and that's exactly what's happening right now. At any rate, Richie from Boston, like, share, subscribe, or don't. Go make a video about me. I'm out.